Assalamualaikum to Dr. Azam and our fellow friends. Today, our group would like to present about dissociative identity disorder, or known as DID. D is our name of group members, which is Ainu Amira binti Hasanuddin, Kamintai Hoi Mui, Noadiba Syahira binti Muhammad Azri, Noafika Zahila binti Muhammad Said, and myself is Nurul Hayati binti Suhardi. So let's move to the introduction. Hi, my name is Nurul Hayati Suhadi. Okay, DID or Dissociative Identity Disorder, or previously known as multiple personality, it involves identity, memory, emotion, behavior, and sense of self. It's developed two or more alternate personality with or without consciousness, which is the dominant personality can affect either body and cognitive functioning. Okay, we already choose a Korean drama with the title Kill Me Heal Me. This drama is about love story between junior secretaries with a man from a wealthy family who are suffering with the DID, and he developed 7 personality at all. Okay, he developed 7 personalities. The first personality is Cho Do-yoon, who are kind-hearted and successful businessman, and then the second is Shen Si-gi, who are rough Pangai and very bad boy, and then the third is Perry Park, who are love to build and create bomb, and then fourth is An Yusup, who are love to attempt suicide, and then fifth is An Yuna, who is An Yusup twins. She is very extrovert girl and very love K-pop, and then sixth is Nana, a 7-year-old girl who loves play with her teddy bear, and then the last personality is Mr. X. He revealed himself as Nana's father.
Developmental traumatization is one of the causal factors for DID. When a child was subjected to trauma, there is 7 times higher for them to develop DID. Under it, emotional neglect to child from parents or peers during childhood also contribute to it. Other than that, severe childhood abuse, like severe sexual and physical abuse, are also reported as DID diagnosis. But a sexual abuse victim in childhood, they are prone to DID diagnosis compared to a physical abuse victim. Besides, child who experience mother loss or other severe life event within 2 years of his or her birth has high risk to develop DID. In family and social cultural factor, a disorganized and disoriented attachment style in family and absence of social support, they are both interrelated. Authoritarian and rigid are normally the parenting style that faced by DID patients. Therefore, the absence of social support and attachment disorder acquired early in the life seems they are contribute to dissociation. Lastly is the neurobiological anomalies. It was found that a smaller volume of orbitofrontal cortex volume due to a aberrant parental care, while this cortex it helps in adaptation to changing environmental contingencies and also control of emotion and motivational states.
Hello everyone, my name is Afika Sallah, and today I want to share about the treatment in dissociative identity disorder, DID. Treatment for DID illness includes psychotherapy, cognitive behavioral therapy, CBT, family therapy, eyes movement desensitization and reprocessing, EMDR, and last is medication. So today I just want to explain about psychotherapy, second medication, and third is self-help support group. First, psychotherapy. Psychotherapy is the primary treatment for the DID illness. This form of therapy, also called as talk therapy, the therapist seeks to make contact with others as possible and to understand their roles and function in the patient life. In drama Kill Me, Heal Me, the patient Cha Do-yoon, who are suffering for dissociative identity disorder (DID), being treated with psychotherapy treatment after he becomes back to Korea. Second, medication. Medication is actually not recommended for DID illness, but people with dissociative disorder, in certain people with associated depression and anxiety, may advantage from treatment with antidepressant or anti-anxiety medication. In the drama Kill Me, Heal Me, Cha Do-yoon just take antidepressant medication to control his stress that can change his personality after he being diagnosed have dissociative identity disorder by psychiatrist Dr. Scofield when he is treated in America. And last, self-help support group also can be treatment for DID illness. For this treatment means the patient just need a support within a large group of communities. So we as a communities need to give the support to DID patients so that they can live like a normal person.
Hi, my name is Ain and today I will share with you guys about clinical features that presented by the character based on Kill Me, Heal Me drama. First is inability to cope well with emotion. People who have DID will avoid to meet people, will avoid to join any kind of activities or go to places that have high associated with their past trauma event. So, the character that have these clinical features is Cha Do-yoon because he always under a lot of stress and frustration. He has been desperately trying to hide his problem from his family and his friend, and at the same time, he also have to face and solve a lot of problems that have been created by the other's personality. Second clinical features is the individual experiences sudden impulse or strong emotion that they don't feel control. When conflict occur, it will cause them to feel intensely anxious, angry or down. So we can see through two personality, which is first is Shin Se-gi. Shin Se-gi, he is a dark, bad-tempered and somewhat violent person. He is a personality that created to deal with Cha Do-yoon's painful personality as he remembers the childhood memories which were forgotten. Second is Mr. Egg. Mr. Egg is a last personality that's come out. He is a Cha Do-yoon's ideal father when he is 7 years old, who give him a key to the problem, and he also will help Cha Do-yoon to gain a positive spirit. Okay, the third is showing unexpected changes in gender, emotion, and activity preferences. It's quite obvious based on Ahyuna's personality, which is she is a 17 years old girl who comes out when Cha Do-yoon under stress and need to endure it clandestinely. Ahyuna loves to transform herself with girls attire, and she also loves makeup, and she also loves to see hot looking guys. Last is mental health problems such as depression, anxiety and suicidal thought. Okay, people who have DID are at increased risk of complication and associated disorders such as suicidal thought and behavior. We can see these clinical features based on Ahyona's twin, which is Ahyo-seop. Ahyo-seop, he is a 17 years old boy who is genius, but he majorly depressed and often has suicidal thoughts. He represents the thought of ending it all when the pain of loneliness and despair become too much. He has a suicidal personality when he has to deal with Cha Do-yoon's depression.
Now, we will talk about to what extent DID can affect a person's daily life. Firstly, the person will suffer from amnesia, as he is unable to remember what happened during his unconsciousness. When Cha Do-yoon was taken over by his another personality, Anyona, Cha Do-yoon does not remember what happened. He only knows about the event happened through Dr. Origin and Orion, who is Dr. Origin's brother. The person will develop more stress. Next, a person who suffers from DID will also suffer from depersonalization. Depersonalization is when a person is disconnected from himself. Also, the person will also suffer from derealization. Do not confuse this with depersonalization. Derealization is when a person is disconnected from the environment. Of course, if someone with the ID suffers really bad from the disorder, he also can bring danger to his own self. For example, we can see from the drama Kill Me, Heal Me, in one episode, An Yosok, who is Cha Do-yoon's suicidal personality, almost tried to kill himself by jumping from a building. If he managed to do that, surely Cha Do-yoon will die and the story ends there.
Okay, let's to the conclusion from Miss Potato. Okay, this disorder quite rare among our society, but it doesn't mean this disorder not exists. As we know, not everyone believes that disorder is real. Some might say people who have this disorder are possessed by demon, and some might say people who have this disorder just create or avoid law action in some criminal cases. Okay, to the scientific perspective, it still cannot be detected by the simulated DID because we still lack of research about this disorder. But as I said just now, even though these disorders are quite rare, but it still exists.